Hi everyone! In this video, I'll walk you through the full installation process for our modular garden room, starting with the foundation and ending with the final wall panel. We begin with our patented adjustable foundation system. These arrive on-site pre-fitted to steel beams and ready to be placed. For this build, I'm using a 6x2 beam, but you can easily adapt the system to other beam sizes like 5x2, 4x2, or even 3x3, depending on your project requirements. I start by roughly moving each beam into position. Then, I identify my reference corner to square everything properly. Once I've got that reference beam set and marked, I level it and secure its position with stakes, so I can always return to that exact alignment. Next, I've dug out the holes for the collars, 4 for each beam. To demonstrate the flexibility of the system, I've chosen to dig one section slightly lower. This lets me show how you can adjust the beam height simply by how deep you place the collar in the ground. I've gained about 5 centimeters just by trenching out with a spade. It's a 5-minute job. Now I'll slip the beam and collar into the holes and measure the extensions needed at the bottom. For sections that sit directly on soil, I've added a layer of visqueen to protect the collar base from moisture. There's enough material to run up the sides and seal the area. With that in place, I've marked and numbered each extension piece for cutting. A great thing about this system is that any minor difference in height gets absorbed within the concrete base. Once the extensions are cut, I simply flip the collar back over, fit the extensions, and reinsert the collar. For leveling, I use the marked stakes and reference lines I placed earlier. This ensures each beam is perfectly aligned and square to the rest of the system. You can repeat this across all beams with consistency. Now that the corner beams are fixed and level, I begin concreting the posts. I lay down a weed suppressant membrane first. This is essential to control vegetation growth under the structure and maintain a clean base. With the membrane in place, I secure the center beam and check levels across all points. Once the concrete sets, I lay down the floor panels. These arrive pre-made, and we start with a 3-bay section. The panels are easy to expand in 2-bay increments, which makes them manageable for lifting and squaring. After aligning the panels, I fix them down at each corner using standard screws. Once all sections are squared and in place, I'll come back and add fixings in the middle for extra stability. Now, let's look at the flooring. I'm using 3/4 inch plywood I already had on hand. Normally, we'd recommend tongue and groove flooring. It's slightly waterproof and ideal for long-term performance. I've already laid most of it, so here I'm just dropping in the final sheet and screwing it into position with self-tapping screws. It's quick, simple, and strong. With the floor now in place, we move on to the walls. These come pre-assembled and are lightweight enough to be handled by 2 people. Thanks to the squared flooring, I use the corners as precise guides for placing the wall panels. I lift a 4-meter wall section into position and show how easy it is to secure it. The expanded polystyrene insulation inside the panel comes pre-cut with guide marks for your fixings, so it's easy to know where to anchor it down. I've also placed one of the end panels, the one the main structural beam will sit on, and fixed it to the floor. I've installed the U-section where the beam will slot into, and now I'll repeat the process on the other side with the second wall panel. Now comes the beam installation. This is a structural grade beam, and under normal conditions, you'd need 2 people to install it. But using 2 ladders and a bit of planning, I'm showing you how one person can install this beam solo. It's carefully positioned into the U-sections, and once in place, I fix it directly to the sidewall panels, locking it into a stable frame. With the main beam now secured, we move to the final wall section. This time, we've deliberately built the wall slightly smaller, about an inch short on each side. Why? To show you just how forgiving this system is. If your foundation or flooring is even slightly off, this method gives you a bit of breathing room, so you don't need to rebuild anything. You simply install a slightly narrower wall, then infill the gap on either side. It's a practical solution that saves time and money. I lift the last panel into place alone, slot it in, and then fix it down. I'll also show you how easy it is to infill those side gaps and close the joints neatly and securely. This entire build, from groundwork to wall structure, demonstrates just how fast, flexible, and efficient our modular system is. It's user-friendly, forgiving on-site, and suitable for solo or small team installations. The garden room is now complete, built on our fast, flexible foundation system. Strong, level, and ready to enjoy. As you can see, only the roof covering and lighting remain. I'm still deciding on the final roof finish, possibly a decorative grass covering to blend it into the landscape. Once that's done, I'll share the results with you. We're now seeking partners worldwide to produce and distribute our patented adjustable foundation and highly insulated wall system. Join us in shaping the future of modular building, and don't forget to subscribe and follow for the final reveal.